So for the fire part of this series, this stuff here on the birch that you can just peel off is of course very good. But as if you have one big piece of birch bark, and there's other ways to do it. So I'll collect a little bit and I'll show you some different ways. So as I'm gathering some material for my short demonstration of fire and so on, I will I'll take some of this, and you can see this is by no means dry or anything, but it's just for an example. If, for example, if like this is the only source of birch you have in some emergency or so on. And as you can see for this demonstration, I've made a little table here. It's one of the good things about for finding areas like this. Then you just take a little saw and make some few cross cuts, and then chop it out with your axe. And if it's sharp enough, you can actually make a quite nice surface, as you can see. In the beginning, you simply just chop like this, dum 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 dum, and you can make quite a big table. You can make several tables. One you use as a cutting board, and one for storing stuff, and so on. So that's quite neat. So you can make it quite nice, and birch is a very nice light wood. But let's get on with it. I'm sorry if this is some kind of rude or something, but it's not. But it's not meant like that. But anyway, one of the problems was there was bone dry birch bark, and he wanted to scrape out in here some dust. You don't really need dust for making a fire, and the other thing is it's much better to use the outside. I'll just take the axe here and make some stuff like this, and I'll get back. It's quite windy, so but anyway, you want to end up with something like this from the outside, right? Another problem was that the knife that was used, which is actually a handmade knife, seemed to suck pretty bad at making sparks from a ferro rod. And that's of course something you should discuss with the knife maker. And there you go. See if I can get this wet stuff to catch on. Then you basically have your fire, right? So it's actually not that hard if you do it right. Yeah, that's more like, that's more or less it. So next up is these peelings. They can be a little harder to ignite, so I have more of them. But if that's what you have, that's what you have. So we'll see if we can get it going. Could have fluffed them up a little bit more, but I didn't. But let's transfer it down to the fire if I can find it. Down there. And that's pretty much it. So fire is burning, but another thing in this little fire segment, if you want to go for bow drill, for example, I could take any of these from the dead standing and make a board and spindle and everything from, but I saved this, but this is the top, you can see, and I like to make the spindle out of the top part because it's pretty straight, and the very top you should not use, is too thin, and it can also be wet. But about the fire with the birch bark and so on, then yeah, what if you don't have birch bark? Yeah, that's for you to find out. Go out and find out what can be used. But where I am, there's always pine, spruce, birch, so that's what I use and that's what I'm familiar with. Anything else would be purely theoretical talk from my side, and that's not really needed. So yeah, just practice your skills, man.